You are here with By the Cover. Today we're going to be reviewing How to Sell a Haunted House by Grady Hendrix. This book was 413 pages and took me 5 days to read. I would rate this book a 9 out of 10. The first book that I ever read by Grady Hendrix was Horror Store, which I was absolutely not a fan of. I thought that book had shallow characters. I didn't understand whether it wanted to be a horror book or a comedy book, and the comedy wasn't hitting for me. And every time it would try and build tension, it would try and throw comedy in, which subverted everything that it built up to. So that book just did not work for me. I liked the idea of it, but I didn't think it was executed well at all. So what's different in this book? This book is primarily centered around a tragedy that befalls a family, and they have to come together to deal with that tragedy. And this book did three things extremely well. One, the comedy did hit in this book for me, and it was very, very funny at times. Two, it was a family-based story, which meant that there was a lot of heart and feeling put into it. It was a story that I could relate to. Thus, the emotional impact of this book was pretty high for me. And three, the creepy or the horror aspects of it actually worked in this book. So while I do feel this was a mix of genres, it was all good things I could get behind in this book. I really love this family, their interactions, the family dynamics. They were super interesting, and the interactions were absolutely hilarious at times, heartfelt at times. It was like being around my own family. I really loved that the further along in the story you went, the more you learned about certain events, and how you may have pictured them in the beginning of the book is not how they actually were. And so it played with perspectives of certain people, and I think that's true in life too. Sometimes we're too quick to judge without knowing all the facts, and really we're a victim of our own lack of communication with other people, which I thought was a really good point to drive home. I love the pettiness of sibling rivalry between Mark and Louise, and I love how the story kind of followed the layers of grief that you go through when something tragic happens. All in all, there was not anything that I really disliked about the story. I thought the pacing was a titch slow in certain areas, but aside from that, I thought it worked on every other level, and it was good up until the last page. So bravo to Grady Hendrix. I'm actually now looking forward to reading more of his stuff, and I'm glad that I gave him another chance because this book was really, really good writing and a great story. So that's about it. We'll catch you later.